A former offensive line coach himself, a strong front five have always been a staple of Pat Hill coach teams, and last season, mangled by injury, his makeshift line allowed 12 sacks in 12 games, half of those coming during a rough stretch against LSU and Boise State. Once again, the Bulldogs had a 1,000-yard rusher, often with the defensive box stacked, and dating back to 2001, only once have the Bulldogs averaged under 4 yards per carry, and Hill expects this year to be no different.
We feel really good about our young line. We just got to keep our line. You're never going to have a whole bunch of them. You always got to have 7 or 8 that can play, though, and we feel really strong about our offensive line.
The Bulldogs showed their depth at the offensive line position last year, and this year have some extra experience to show for it. But Hill says the only name written in ink is Ryan Wendell at center. And Wendell isn't all too concerned about who will be playing where.
The good thing about our offensive unit is that we've got a lot of players that can just pick up the flag and run with it. And so when guys went down, we just plugged the other guys in. I went down in LSU, had a rough time of it, and Rob Kazarian came in and played fine. Adam McDowell, all these guys that popped in, they did a great job. And if anybody goes down this year, we've got guys right behind us who are going to pick up the flag and run with it.
At 6'2", 260 pounds, Ryan Wendell fits the bill of a Bulldog line that places emphasis on footwork and quickness over girth. Offensive coordinator Jim McElwain also favors that type of line, but still understands how to motivate the big boys.
They can run real well. I'm really happy with the way they move their feet. They're athletic. They're understanding the importance of why we need to pick some of this stuff up, because if we can pick it up, there's big chunk plays is the term we use. It's about wanting to get chunks. What I preach to them is the sooner we score, the faster they get to sit down. So they like that idea.
But what truly excites McElwain is something that can't be measured with a stopwatch.
I'm really excited about the fact that they're excited, because those are the guys that, like I said, they really make the engine go. Coach Frazier does a fantastic job with this group. It's a tight-knit group. It's a group full of leaders, which is important. I really like the personality of those guys. And they'll get after you, and that's what I like.
The 5 getting after it are still in flux. As Hill said, Wendell is the only sure thing. Kenny Avon, Bobby Lepre, and freshman Kenny Wiggins will compete for the 2 tackle positions, and Adam McDowell could be in the mix as well, as he started 4 games at right guard last season and 3 at left tackle. As for the guards, Cole Popovich started at left guard last year before injury, and freshman Andrew Jackson switched from the defensive side in spring, and he also has a shot. But the constant remains Wendell, who loves nothing more than popping the D lineman across from him, but sometimes yearns for something more.
We used to have a running back, Matt Rivera, at Fresno State, and he always said, if you're with me when we get to the goal line, I'll throw you the ball, I'll get you a touchdown. And I was always trying to get there, but they're too fast. They're always up the field. We can't ever get there. But I hope Logan got that touchdown for the Patriots, and we're all excited that maybe one day we'll get a touchdown ball. I get to play center, so I get to pretend like I get the ball every now and then.
Running back Lonnie Miller has already set his goal this season at 1,600 yards rushing, and Wendell and his mates would seem to be just fine running behind the play, watching Miller sprint toward pay dirt. These are the dog days of summer.